Wholeness, 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 YouTube. Press say sign back in here. Okay. Wholeness, 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 YouTube. First say sign back in here. Happy now, all is now. It's a gift to be in the presence. It is currently Saturn day in the space and location where I'm at, and Horus is transiting the 4th house, about to enter the 5th house. And it's about 222. It's 222. Okay. So Horus is transiting the 4th house, about to enter the 5th house, and I think what I'm going to be calling these series is Flightz Elementary School. Okay? Flightz Elementary School. So, in the last video, we just broke down the etymology of astrology. Okay? So, astrology is the right brain aspect when we're looking at the stars. Okay? So, astro, stars, light, heaven. Okay, this is just the etymology. Logistics, logical, knowledge. Okay, left brain. Astrology means word of God, word of spirit. God is another name for spirit, and also known as holy science. Okay, and we regard astrology as spiritual forecast in the soul group. Okay, so yeah. You can go on my last video and check that out. So in this video, I think I'm going to be going over, doing it in an elementary type way, in an element type way. Okay, looking at the elements. So, okay, what are the primary elements on this earth realm that we all have access to? Okay, this would be. Let me just start and say, let's say water, earth. I want to do it all caps. Water, earth, and then we've got air, and we've got fire. Okay, so these are the primary elements that we have available to utilize on this earth realm. Okay, so as spirits, and I've had tapped into some beings seeing their perception and basically saying the 5th element is ether. Okay, ether. But from my perception, ether would just be, let's say, all these elements is formed from this ether, and they're trying to call the spirit the ether. But once you're trying to call the spirit something, like I've said, the spirit is no thing. Then you can there can be a little bit of confusion there, but like I say. The spirit creates everything from no thing. So, you can I could just say spirits. So we could just say spirit, okay? So, from the no thing, you create water, fire, water, earth, and air. Okay? So, let's break down these elements astrological wise. Okay? So, let's start. Let's do this. Okay? So, you, as being a soul in this human vessel, okay, your soul picking this human vessel, you want to, from the astral travel, you chose this human vessel. Okay, so in this human vessel, you have a brain. This is a an aspect that is required for this human vessel to run. Okay? Without this brain, you would not be able to perceive this reality. Okay? You can go and look up, the holographic universe, and learn how the actual human brain works. Okay? So basically, we know left brain is more logical. Okay, left brain dealing with knowledge. Left brain dealing with yang. Okay. Left brain logical, left brain knowledge, left brain yang. Okay. So this would mean the right brain is more illogical, dealing with wisdom, dealing with yin. Okay? So this is the little guide I'm gonna use. Okay, so we see logical, left brain. Okay, and which is why I started like this. Let's add logical, objective, illogical, subjective. And you know, you can say logical and objective, basically same thing. Illogical and subjective, basically same thing. Okay, so this is the little template I will be using. Okay, so when we look at these elements, let's look at these elements. Water. Okay. Water is right brain. Okay, so water would be more of a subjective element. Simply, you know, water is more of a subjective element, you know, astrological wise, simply because it is dealing with the yin. It is internal. Okay, so hold on, let's just do this. So let's go back to, we'll start with the right brain. Right brain. Okay. Right brain signs is water and fire. This is the right brain elements. Okay? Water and fire. But there is a yin. Let's do this, okay? So left brain sign, left brain is obviously earth and air. So these are the left brain signs. So all the zodiac signs that have to do with earth and air, okay, are more logical, objective, and more bent towards knowledge, and more geared towards the external realm. All the astrological elements that have to do with right brain, okay, are more illogical, subjective, more geared towards wisdom, yin. So these are more elements, let's say spirits in this body, in spirits with more right brain elements are more geared towards, you know, connecting to the yin, going within. Okay? So yeah, now once we have this, you know, this is how we can sort of, you know, this is the simplicity of it, the template, okay? And what there is also, what I got, hold on, let me pull up my notes. Let me see. Let's see, yeah.
let's see. All right. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so give me a sec. That's what we gonna be doing. Let's see. So this is what I've got here. Okay, so like I say, left brain, yang, what you are consciously aware of. Like I say, we're all conscious on this earth realm. Everybody, every single being, every spirit that has, taken up a vessel on this earth realm is conscious, simply because, we all, are experiencing. Okay, we're all experiencing. But conscious awareness is another thing. Okay, so left brain, yang, and left brain being the human. Left brain being more connected to your human, your human aspect. Okay, your human traits. Things that want you to, indulge into the external realm and have this mundane 3D life, and basically, what allows you to go about this human life that we all have created as spirits. Okay, so right brain is more dealing with yin, what you are subconsciously aware of. Okay, and this is the being side. Okay, so what you are subconsciously aware of. So this would be whatever, let's say, whatever you feed your through your projectors, whatever you're taking in to through your projectors, whatever you're feeding your brain. Let's say the right brain is truly what's more what's more dealing with the subconscious, and this is dealing with the conscious. Left brain is dealing more with the conscious. Right brain is dealing more with the subconscious. Okay, subconsciously aware of, and this is the being side. So you are a human and a being. Okay, so don't get it mixed up. You are not a human being. You are a human and a being. You are the being possessing the human vessel. Okay, so the right brain is working with the left brain. Okay, right brain and left brain work together, hand in hand, balance, yin, yang. Okay, duality. All right, so let me show you the let's say traits of these elements. Okay, so fire would be yang. Okay, but this is for, let's say, these are both right brain elements. As you can see, right brain, water and fire, these are right brain elements. Okay, so let's go down here. Fire would be the yang in the right brain, because there's a yin and yang to everything. There's a yin and yang in your right brain. There's a yin and yang in the right brain. So since the right brain is water and fire, let's identify the yin of these two and the yang of these two. So fire would be the yang of the right brain, because fire expresses feelings. Fire, you can see emotions. Emotions is what you can see, yang. Okay? Okay? So you can see the emotions. Water is dealing with yin because water soaks. So water is the yin in the right brain because water soaks in feelings. A water sign most definitely is more geared towards not expressing and showing emotions and feelings as often as a fire sign. Okay? Okay, so now let's go to the left brain. So air and earth. Air and earth. Air and earth. These are the left brain, air and earth. So which one is the yang and which one is the yin between left for the left brain elements? Okay? Air would be the yang because air, likes to communicate externally. Air is dealing with communication to get the conversations flowing, to get the conversations going. Air just communicates, it brings it out. Okay? And earth is dealing with is the yin because it practicalizes. Okay? Once received, air communicates and makes sense. Earth communicates and makes sense and gives the information it receives some sort of a structure. Okay? As air is just more flow-like. Air doesn't have a shape and form. Earth does. So when earth receives information, earth shapes it and practicalizes it. Okay? So here I've got yin, introvert, fire, water, right brain. So yeah, we could say yin is more introvert, yang is more extrovert to make it a little bit more simple. Okay? Yeah. Air and earth. Let's see. What did I do here? Earth, left brain, extrovert, earth, left brain. Okay, so yeah, you could just sort of play with it. So we could say, let's cross between the two. Let's say fire, and let me show you the two. Let me cross the two. Fire and yang. Fire and air. These would be more harmonious together if we were to cross the two. Because fire is on the right subjective element. Air is a more objective element. But since they are both yangs in their respective side, these are more, let's say, harmonious sex. This is more harmonious sex. And sex is joining of two energies to make another. Okay? Or sacred energy exchange. Okay, we can say that. Also, fire and air are more harmonious mix. Okay? And water and earth is a harmonious sex when crossing the two. Okay? Because opposite attracts. Okay? Opposite attracts. Okay? Opposite attracts. You know? If I was to mix, let's say, fire and water, these are both in the same side. Yeah, they're both in the same side. They're both on the right brain. But it's like they're both dealing with the feelings. Okay, so if you were to have like fire and water signs, they're both in the feelings. You know, they can both most definitely learn from each other. A water sign holding emotions internally, and a fire sign expressing those emotions. Fire sign can teach a water sign when to express emotions, and a water sign can teach a fire sign when not to express emotions. But an air sign with this mix and fire sign, it's like can keep the fire flowing. The fire needs the air. Without the air, there is no fire. Okay? Without all the elements, you know, without water, we are in water. We are in fluid. Okay? None of this shit would exist. You know, we need all of these elements. Okay? So, yeah. So, yeah, opposite attracts, you know. Let's say, if fire and an earth mix, you know, without, let's say a fire can spread on the earth. Okay, when you have a campfire, you look for earthy materials. You look for wood. Without the wood, you can't start a fire. Without the air, you can't start a fire. Okay, you can't start a fire. Yeah, and this is why they do not mix, because water can put out fire. But they're both on that right side. You see? They're both subjective elements. They're both yin. They both come from the yin realm. The right brain. Okay? So what happens when you can't use your dick to have sex with another man's dick? No, because you are the same sex. That will not work. And this is the same analogy here. Fire, you know, will put out water will put out a fire instantly. Okay? Yeah, and with air, yes, is most definitely having sex with the earth, but you can't pin the air down to the earth. You can't practicalize air. You can't hold air down, nigga. You can't hold the air sign down. You can't hold the air down. You know? This is harmonious, let's say, the same sex. Okay? So opposite attracts. Okay? So this is just Flightz. I'm going to call it Flightz Elementary School, episode 1. So first day signing out. This has been my simplicity with the elements. And I'm going to catch you next now.